Yes, it's Tuesday. All right, and guess what else it is? It's tax season. It's in full swing. And if you were eagerly waiting for a check from Uncle Sam, you may need to think twice before cashing it. Here with some smart ways to spend your refund is tax and finance expert Andrew Poulos. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, Cara.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming in this time of need, because we all need a little bit of advice right now. For people who haven't filed their taxes, any last-minute tips?
Absolutely. Got to get ready. And we got less than 2 weeks. Of course, planning is crucial. So if you're not prepared, you might want to start thinking about getting an extension. Now, most important thing I can tell you about extensions. Oftentimes, we all think that filing an extension is an extension of time to also pay our taxes, which is not the case. That only covers your extension to actually file the return. So if you think you might owe, see if you can come up with the money to pay the money with the extension. That way you don't have late payment penalties down the road when you file the return.
Okay, so it literally never pays to procrastinate,
no,
is what you're saying.
Not in this business.
Okay, let's get it together, people. We can do it. We have less than a week, but we can do it. Okay, so if people are getting a refund back, what are some of the ways that they should spend their refund? I'll let you take it away.
Well, use your money wisely. So maybe if we have some debt, we want to start addressing our debt issues. How can we pay down our debt? Credit card debts, have you ever looked at those interest rates that you're paying? If you make the minimum payments, those things never come down.
Sure.
So first thing is, let's address our credit card debt, get that, start paying down, use a portion of that for debt repayment.
Okay. All right, be responsible, pay down your credit card debt. Okay, number two?
Number two is going to be starting an emergency fund. There have been surveys over and over again that show that over 60% of Americans don't even have $1,000 for an emergency fund.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know about you, but recently our refrigerator broke with my wife, and we had to go get a refrigerator. Sticker shock as to how much even an appliance costs these days. Think about your car breaks down. So let's allocate a little bit of our refund towards that emergency fund. The biggest challenge is the psychological one, actually getting started to learn how to start saving, putting money away and not touching it. So if you need it later, you've got it.
Sure, and I feel like once you get the ball rolling on some of these things, it makes you feel better. You start to feel less stressed, and then you have a better life because of it, essentially. Okay, number three, start saving to purchase your first home. I like that.
Look, relatively speaking, interest rates are still historically low. They've edged up in the last 12 months, but they're still relatively low, hovering somewhere between 4 and 5%. FHA loans, 3.5% down payment is all that you need. So think about a $200,000 home. 3.5%, we're looking at $7,000. You may not be able to save enough in 1 year, but if you allocate 2 or 3 years worth of your refund or a portion of it towards saving up, you can achieve the goal of becoming a homeowner instead of renting.
Sure, so maybe start with some goals. These are really good places to start, and start allocating money slowly to each of these things. I love those, Andrew. Okay, the next one is invest in yourself. I love
This is my biggest one, believe it or not. Okay, and the reason I say this, it's the biggest one. If you don't invest in yourself, no one else is going to invest in you. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. So what I always say is invest in yourself. Either allocate a little bit. If you have some skills where you can do some freelancing or some side work, some weekend work, some evening work, you can earn more money. Starting an LLC, believe it or not, it only costs $100 with the Georgia Secretary of State to actually form your LLC and open up a bank account and get something going. Other things you can do is invest in yourself, going back to school, maybe getting some more skills, updating your skills and your abilities so you can earn more on the job. But this is, for me, the biggest one of them all.
Yeah, I love that. So if you are thinking about starting a business or taking that next step, you can go to your bank branch and they will help you and help you establish that LLC? Well,
the LLC, you can do it online. The Georgia Secretary of State, it's rather self-explanatory. It walks you through the process so you can actually file for LLC or corporation online. It costs $100 if you do it yourself. Certainly you can have a professional do it for you, but you're going to have to allocate a little bit more money. But if you do it yourself on Secretary of State website, under the corporation section, $100 get you started, and then from there you get your tax ID number with the IRS, open up a bank account. You're officially up and running as a small business owner.
I love that. That was a bonus question. Thank you for that extra information, Andrew. I appreciate it. Okay, number 5, make an extra payment towards your mortgage. Why is that a good idea?
It's a good idea if you're a homeowner and you're making payments. You want to make that extra mortgage payment. The best way to do it is to pay a little bit every month, but if you don't have that extra money each month from your paycheck, now is the time of the year where you get a little money back. Pay it down. Statistics show that if you pay at least one mortgage payment a year extra to your 30-year loan, you're going to cut that life of the loan down by 5 to 6 years, saving you somewhere between $15,000 to $18,000.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
That's a big savings.
It's
over the
a
life
huge
of your
savings.
mortgage. Yes.
Yes.
I feel good. We're paying down our credit cards. We're saving for a home. And this last one, which I thought maybe might be a little bit like invest yourself, but it's treat yourself. Tell me about that.
Now, most of us probably want to start with treating yourself, right?
Yes.
Look, ultimately, we want to splurge a little bit. If you're getting, on average, let's just say somewhere between a $2,500 to $3,500 refund, don't spend it all on yourself. Be wise with your money, because we don't know what tomorrow brings, right?
Sure.
If you are out and you want to buy something, be cautious of what you're going to spend your money on. You don't have to take that lavish $3,000 vacation.
Sure.
You can do a couple $100 and do something more reasonable with yourself, as far as a nice dinner or something, with a vacation more local. But there's a lot of good uses with your money. Just spending it all on yourself is probably not going to lend well when you look at all the other aspects of your financial situation.
All right, Andrew. Thank you so much for this. A great advice and tips. Are you still seeing people get healthy returns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good to know.
There's a lot of who are benefiting from the new laws and a lot who are not coming out so good. Time to get looking into your situation and figure out what you're going to do this year.
Okay. All right. Less than a week. Thank you so much for being here and giving the advice to the people. For more information about Andrew, you can visit his website at poulosaccounting.com. Thank you, sir.